Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. And on today's show, we always go over credit repair, real estate, some career tips, and motivational queen of the day. So welcome everybody to the RNG radio show. So as I always discuss credit repair. So with the credit repair, I wanted to go over a few things with you in regards to what a credit rating is. So I happen to go on investopedia.com, and there's an article by Julia Kagan, reviewed by Thomas Brock, updated May 2nd, 2020. And credit rating is a quantified assessment of the creditworthiness of a borrower in general terms or with respect to a particular debt or financial obligation. A credit rating can be assigned to any entity that seeks to borrow money, an individual, corporation, state, or provincial authority or sovereign government. So with credit rating, I want you to think of yourself as pretty much being, in line with some of these other athletes out here. And, your credit rating is, how well you're doing on the court, how well you're doing in the field, how well, your skills are. So that credit rating goes with how well you do with your credit. So if you've got low credit, that means, your bills haven't been paid on time, or you're using too much of your credit card. Let's say, if you got a $2,500 credit card limit, but you're using $2,400 of it, that lowers your credit rating. So with the credit rating, you need to work on building that back up, so that way when you walk in, you have that power, ladies and gentlemen. It's honestly a power thing, because if LeBron James, let's say, were to ask for a cup of coffee in a local Starbucks, people would probably be like, oh my gosh, yes, definitely, definitely. Or him even just walking into a car dealership saying that, hey, I'm looking at a car. His credit, of course, definitely speaks for itself, compared with somebody who has a 720 or higher credit score. They would have the same power as LeBron James. Now, automatically saying, LeBron James compared to you, it's like, well, hey, who are you? Until they run your credit. Then it's like, hey, they will start treating you like a celebrity. They will start, showing you as far as what you should be looking for, what you should be going across and everything like that. So, step back and think, it's like, how much power do I want to have when it comes to getting a house? How much power do I want to have when it comes to getting a car? One of the people I actually interviewed recently, because we always talk about, why credit is important, why credit is needed. But an example that she gave was personally for her. She had needed security system set up in her home, and what it was that instead of her having to actually put down a down payment, putting down extra money for a down payment or anything, I should say, of those sorts, they ran her credit check and they said, hey, you don't have to worry about it. And she's like, wait, what do you mean? I didn't even know that you guys even do this. She's like, and the guy had told her, like, hey, listen, the reason why we need to get this done is to, confirm that you are eligible. Now, mind you, a security system is, not a car. It's not something that is like highly required in a sense, from getting to point A to point B, but it's damn sure a necessity. If somebody says like, hey, I need security put in my home, apartment, what have you, and somebody's telling me like, hey, you might need to put down extra money just for that additional security, that's a smack in the face. So understand, folks, that with your credit rating, it's leading you into other places. So if you're looking to build up that credit rating, looking to build up that score, give me a call, 267-702-3756. Work with a great program that's going to be able to get you to have that power in your hands. Now, on to my next subject is in regards to real estate. So for those that don't know, I am a realtor with the state of Pennsylvania, associated, or I should say the Robert Nathaniel Group is associated with EXP Realty as far as them being my brokerage. So if you first and foremost need a realtor in the Philadelphia area or surrounding areas, in PA, not Jersey yet, be sure to give me a call again, same number, 267-702-3756. So I came across this article, and gentleman that I've actually been utilizing before from the close.com, gentleman's name is Emile Le Platinier. And article was done December 18, 2019. And he goes over 27 real estate marketing ideas and trends that will dominate in 2020. Now, because this article is in December 2019, of course, Emil, I'm pretty sure didn't think that, COVID would be coming around towards him. So with that, the first thing that I want to go over, because I'm not, of course, going to go over all 27 of them, but the first one I'm going to want to go over is boosting engagement with contests. So I'm going to be picking apart a few of these, but you're more than welcome to Google theclose.com if you look for Emil, or even boost engagement with contests. The article will definitely come up. So boost engagement with contests, polls, and Q&A. So you need to create an engagement. People need to know that, hey, you're not just putting up pictures of your family. You're not just putting up pictures of Forex, Bitcoin, or whatever service or product that you have, or I should even say, being a real estate or your business itself. Like, first couple of times, hey, people are going to notice that it's like, okay, this person sells homes, or this person, yes, I believe him that he's a realtor and such, but you need to have more of an engagement with your audience. So going over a true story, going over a Q&A, asking people, and it could be something, that's clearly out of the clear blue sky. A prime example, my girlfriend, future fiance, I should say, I didn't get the ring yet. I'm just saying, she's my girlfriend, future fiance, because I'm claiming it. Now if you guys keep watching and keep looking at the show, building up, that'll get me closer, because YouTube money. But that's a later story. But yes, with the Q&A, you're asking folks, such as my future fiance did, in which I said, hey, babe, put up something that says, who's better, Android or iPhone? And comment after comment after comment after comment after comment. And that engages the post. That engages who you are, because 9 times out of 10, for the folks that don't know who you are, they're going to be clicking on your profile. Or if you just happen to have a big old face on your profile picture that says I'm a realtor, guess what's going to be clicking through people's minds when they do go on your page, or when they do that Q&A. So always draw people in by engaging them. Contests are a good thing, and from personal experience, make your contest like money worthy. I'm not saying that you got to go all out and figure out how $10,000 can be spent, but hey, you want to get people engaged, you want to get people involved with your page and involved with you. Make sure that it counts. So my personal experience, $100 obviously doesn't seem like a lot to people, but I will say I didn't have that many followers that I had. In addition, me marketing my contest wasn't getting the way it needed to be at. Polls is another good thing too, but also the other thing that you need to understand with the polls, Instagram stories, stickers, Q&A, is that you need to be consistent in when you're running these. Don't just go off the fly and say like, hey, I got this great Instagram story, would like to share it with the world, and that's that. Or you got a great motivational quote, and that's that. And then the rest of the stuff is back to real estate, real estate, real estate. No, step back and figure out like, hey, how can I pretty much structure it where people are just coming to me? Because the most important thing with the realtor is getting leads. That's why I keep getting messages, direct DMs and such, saying like, hey, would you like 20 plus more leads? Hey, I got a great marketing system that would be beneficial to you if you just subscribe on how to get more leads. So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, how am I engaging people? How am I getting people to come to me? How am I getting people to say, hey, Daniel Umstead, I would like for you to be my realtor and helping me purchase a home or sell my current home. That's what it comes down to. And for whatever reason, folks are telling you like, hey, the market is bad. I keep scrolling through the timeline and I'm telling you, people are selling their homes, purchasing homes all throughout. I just had somebody who was doing wholesaling. It just bought a Rolex. Who buys a Rolex during COVID? And this gentleman definitely did. So please don't think that it's like, well, Dan, all right, I put out a couple of posts and that's it. No, you have to be consistent with it. So, and the first thing, hey, just find something, if you're into music, figure out who's the best between Tupac and Biggie. Somebody had put that on the timeline and I thought it was a joke, but 24 comments later, it's an amazing thing. So that's number 2. Number 3, offer home evaluations to capture seller leads. I would just say in regards to just offer that as a free service, And the home evaluation is simple, ladies and gentlemen. It is extremely, extremely simple. You go to Bright MLS, you're looking at the home that people are saying, and you just do a CMA. You're just doing a comparative marketing analysis of what that home looks like, you know, value-wise, as far as how much it's going to sell for in the near future if somebody decides, or if the homeowner does decide to sell their home. That's it. That's it. All right. Number 4, market your listings by creating videos that sell a lifestyle. By all means, you should definitely have a videographer, photographer, for the reason that we're in right now. So I would highly, highly agree with this one, you know, just due to the fact that it's like, hey, that is your marketing tool. If you're looking to get your name out there, if you're looking to help somebody sell their home, it's doing exactly that. Market your listings by creating a video. Number 5, reach out to your sphere across multiple platforms. Now, if you've got Twitter, if you have Instagram, if you've got Facebook, if you've got Tumblr, LinkedIn, you know, all these channels need to be hit at least once a day in regards to some type of activity. Not so much specifically the activity that screams out saying that, hey, I'm a realtor. Yeah, come and talk to me, please. Please. No, you're doing a desperate cry, but you should be doing something on there that's bringing people's attention back to you. So if there's something in the news, the stimulus check is something that's coming about. So share that on LinkedIn. There's something on Facebook that you saw that was funny, a motivational quote. Share that. Twitter, you know, you can retweet somebody's comment or post and everything like that. So whatever your social media is, hey, that's your sphere, you know. And a lot of people think that it's like, oh, well, I need to reach out to my family and friends. Your family and friends already know that you're a realtor. And if they don't know you're a realtor, you need to remind them that you are a realtor. So be sure to remind folks consistently that you're a realtor by sharing realtor stuff, by sharing realtor advice, realtor tips, you know, such as the RNG radio show. So be sure to get that word out when you do share across multiple platforms. And hey, always casually bring it up in conversation. You know, I had a conversation with my uncle, and it was just about, you know, the general market, and we were just having a decent conversation about it. But please believe, if he comes across, because he's down in Virginia, but if he comes across somebody who's looking for a home in Philadelphia, subconsciously, I'm going to be the first one to think about. Number 6, we could skip that one. Honestly, it talks about increase open rates by 390% by ditching email and automating text messages. So in order to start marketing your leads via text without breaking the bank, they're talking about as far as utilizing something that's going to be bringing leads in. You know, what EXP Realty utilizes that's free. It's no upfront cost, but there is a cost once you do actually get somebody sold, in which they take a certain percentage. But the fresh sales, you can pretty much look into that. Fresh sales starts at only $12 per month, till they only charges a fraction of a cent per text. So focus on things. I'm just trying to show you free things to do rather than something that's going to break your bank. Outside of the contest in which you're giving away money, that's of course your own personal money. But if you just want to do a contest on a mug, or you know, if you got a radio show and you got a t-shirt and you want to give away a t-shirt, by all means you can definitely do that. You know, as some hints for myself and for you as well. But you know, for the most part, I'm just trying to teach you guys things that are going to be free for you, to benefit you. Last one before I move on to my next subject is work with local clubs to create special events for your listing. So we are in 2019, or this was done in 2019, but can you partner with local businesses? Can you partner with local affiliates, local vendors? This is the reason why I bring guests onto my show, because that's automatic partnership. You know, I'm pushing people's word out there in regards to their business and what they have going on, which in turn leads to research not only on the people that come on my show, but also myself as well. So that's that leverage. So in some way, fashion, or form, you need to find some type of leverage that's not only going to boost the person that you're working with, but also boost yourself as well. And whether it be a charity donation, there are plenty of opportunities out here that you can go out and assist with charity or assisting others as far as getting out of this COVID mess. schools coming up. A recent guest of mine had a book drive going on. So her book drive, and a little bit of backstory on that. When we initially did her interview, there was some video audio issues, but at the time, which was a week ago, she had said that she was in need of 100 more books in order to help out families. Since a week, she's beginning pouring in donations. She's had a video done about it. In addition, she's actually had more books than she could handle coming in, but she's of course still accepting more because she's trying to hit all age groups to assist with COVID and to assist with ensuring that, you know, kids aren't losing their literacy levels. So something like that, starting something like that to benefit your community, benefit your environment, definitely pushes out hard your branding. So find local charity events, find local contributions that you can do in your community to not only make your community better, but also make you a better realtor as well. Now, on for the next one, but before I get there to discuss about career tips, I wanted to take a moment for some motivation. Actually, no, motivation can wait because I always hit you at the end with it. Getting confused on how I run my own show. Isn't that crazy? So 6 career tips for new graduates. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dan. It's like, well, why are you doing this? Isn't your audience mostly millennials? Yes, they are. But I stole these tips for recent graduates because I wanted you guys to see the comparison with actually having 6 career tips for new graduates compared to 6 career tips for actual people who are looking for work. So the first one, Bink, is be strategic about your first job. Be strategic about your next job. You know, you should be thinking as far as long term, especially where we're at right now. You know, being a toll person right now in this day and age would not be a good idea. You know, the benefits, the security of it, if you were to look at it a year ago, hey, this job is going to be in the bag. I don't have to worry about anything. But because of COVID and because of the the interaction that people have from the folks with COVID, then you're looking at it as like, oh, well, we typically don't need it because we could do video tolling. This is something that we were trying to push already with Easy Pass. So now we could just have people go straight through. So when you're looking at your next job, think about like, hey, what effect is this? And where you're living in a blessed life right now. Please know that you're living in a blessing time right now because you're seeing the transition of, hey, what are these jobs going to look like in 5 to 10 years from now? What are these jobs going to be doing for my family? So being strategic about your first job, hey, what's currently going on right now that is thriving that folks aren't looking at, you know, still the big top stores, you know, such as Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and such are still up there as far as being able to assist folks. So if you were looking into store management, if you were looking into running stores, a big spot to manage it, or even starting your own store, that is something that you can look at and be like, that is still beneficial and that's still out there. But finding something that is now obsolete because of COVID isn't going to be beneficial for you, because even when we do go back to our normal everyday lives and we do go back into it, there's certain things that you need to think about, like, how can I be growing, or how can I be moving forward with this next job? So be strategic about it. Number 2, don't commit to more education before mapping out a career plan. All of your education should be paid for. You know, if you have your bachelor's degree, there's free programs out here to get your free MBA. There's programs out here where you get a free doctorate. You know, you just need to apply and put an application and then wait to come back. So don't commit to signing up for more classes, more education, unless it's free. Coursera is a great place that you can go to. MIT, I believe, has some free classes, or even Harvard X University. The same thing that they taught the kids back in the early 2000s still applies to this day, because if the people who graduated in the early 2000s from Harvard with that same education are still living their lives today, the same is going to be applying for you. So check out Coursera, check out free education courses if you're looking to expand upon that and go further. A lot of folks that I've actually seen on my timeline for Facebook, you know, have gotten those certifications from Harvard, Yale. But like I said, if it's not helping you and your business, or helping you in strategizing your career for better growth, don't worry about taking it, or don't even look at taking it. Number 3, seek out experts to guide your career journey, and not mom and dad. The main thing is that, just Google what you're looking for, Google what you're trying to see yourself at. And, if you're looking for a quick pickup job, hey, Walmart, ShopRite, all these grocery stores out there, knock yourself out. But if you're looking for something that you're going to be elevating in and, reaching a higher plateau, by all means, definitely seek somebody. You can give me a call, 267-702-3756. I'd be more than happy to help you. Or by all means, talk to somebody who you feel close to that you can reach out to and discuss, hey, where do you think I should be at in 3 to 5 years, just to get some ideas bouncing off. Number 4, rely on science rather than intuition. So there's these assessments out there that Indeed offer. Highly, highly recommend taking them, but please don't take like 10 or 20 of them. Put like 3 to 5 on your resume that you've taken to show your results, but please don't go above and beyond that. And with those assessments, it's actually showing your employers, because here's one thing. It's either going to be an assessment that the employer is going to be giving you, so you already have your practice, or it's going to be taking from that assessment and saying like, this character actually would be very, very valuable in this company. So I'm going to make sure that, I at least get a chance to speak with them. So taking assessments for your behavioral, for your skill set, by all means is a great thing. And this is, for those who are just coming out of college or coming out of high school, to those who are experienced and mid-level. And number 5, think specialty. So kind of like what we talked about before, finding those specialty jobs, finding those unique jobs that's actually going to get you to that next level or have you continue on in your career. So find those unique jobs that it's like, hey, what's going to be great right now? If something as far as fitness is something that's in your future, okay, with COVID going on, Planet Fitness kind of got shot down. A lot of these gyms got shut down, but there's this thing called Zoom in which you can do virtual workouts, and Zoom workouts, at a cost or at a price. So think of that, especially if you got a YouTube channel and such. And, it's that simple, folks. It is that simple. For if you create a fitness video and your extended version is 20 minutes long because it's having added tips and what you can provide to folks, but your free version is only 10 minutes, there's your marketing, folks. There's your marketing. And you can literally cut it off at 10 minutes like, hey, there's a cool down, but we're going to be right back only if you're part of the pro membership. Good luck to you, and, have a great day. Something like that. So think of these things as far as specialty, what you can offer to folks on a free side, but also what you can offer folks to get your money back as well. Okay. And the last one, consider in-demand occupation. So the best way to think about that right now, especially right now, just Google and search. What are jobs that I can look for during COVID-19? What are current jobs that are high in demand right now? So the link that they have on here shows the 10 most promising jobs of 2015. So before I move forward, I definitely want to find one of these jobs, to see if they're even relevant to this day. So let's see here. Let's see what they have to offer. I'm not saying anything right now, actually. Forbes, you lied to me. Oh, there's a gallery. Here we go. Well, the first one is showing in the medical field. So, I mean, obviously there's a no-brainer with that. So, my gosh. You know what? They're not even showing it, so we're not even going to worry about it. But the last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with, before I get to my motivational piece, is the one and only Sloane Stephens. So Sloane Stephens is an American professional tennis player. She achieved a career best ranking of number 3 in the world after Wimbledon in 2018. Stephens was the 2017 U.S. Open champion and has won 6 WTA single titles in total. So salute to you, Miss Sloane Stephens. But the thing that I love was that when she had won one of her Wimbledon titles, she didn't realize the check that she was getting or her reaction to the check that she was getting. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they talked to her about it, but just actually seeing it, people tell you like, hey man, with wholesaling, you can make millions of dollars, you can make thousands of dollars, but it's different when you can actually see that check right in front of you and it's showing. So her reaction, her response to it was truly, truly priceless. And truly touched my heart and soul with that. So I salute to you, Sloane Stephens, and continue on winning those Wimbledon champions. So my last thing that I wanted to discuss with you all about is the Wright brothers. For those that don't know who the Wright brothers are, Orville and Wilbur Wright, they created the first successful airplane to travel. Their first flight stayed aloft for 12 seconds and covered 120 feet on this inaugural flight. Now, mind you, this is 100 years ago, folks. 117 years ago, folks, in which somebody thought of the idea of like, hey, instead of us going on horse and carriage or maybe even a car, why don't we look into airplanes? Why don't we look into flight, getting out there and getting up in the air? So these brothers, thought way past, the normal. They thought way up there in the sky, trying to see like, hey, how can we actually get up there and how can we be beneficial? Now, the thing I want to point out is that it took them 6 years. It took them 6 years after going through projects, after going through, ups and downs, probably funding, different ideas as far as putting together. So you understand for yourself, when you're creating generational wealth, when you're looking to create that legacy for yourself, please don't think that it's like, hey, I'm going to be an overnight success. The people who claim that they're overnight, or they claim that they're overnight celebrities, overnight millionaire marketers or affiliate marketers, didn't become that overnight. That true overnight success is somebody woke up in the morning and said, hey, you know what? I have a talent that I want to share with the world, and they're working on their talent for the day, and they put it out on social media, and then the following day, they become a millionaire. They become a success. So when you find that individual, please have them reach out to me, definitely, to come on the show, because that is the true definition of an overnight success. The rest of the folks, hey, they went through trial and error. They went through going through to see what their passion is, what they love, what they want to do. So later on in life, 6 years from now, yes, I'm pretty sure the Orville brothers, probably in the mid-1900s, I'm not sure when they passed away, so my dates could be wrong, so I apologize in advance. But 10 years after their invention, or 5 to 10 years after their invention, I'm pretty sure, they were saying to them, they were looked at as success, because it's like, hey, these brothers created the first flight, and actually it was shown that they were able to fly 12 seconds above ground without touching the floor. So folks are looking at that and saying like, how can I be a part of that, or how can I add on to that? So be sure to understand that your overnight success doesn't come overnight. It takes days, it takes nights, it takes hours, minutes, seconds, all that to get to where you need to be at, all that to get to the success that you're looking forward to, all that to become who you are. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for tuning into the RNG Radio Show. Stay blessed. And if you are looking to be on the RNG Radio Show as a guest, please feel free to hit me up. You can give me a call, text 267-702-3756, or on Facebook usually, which is the best way for me. You can shoot me a direct message, and I look forward to it. So with that being said, have a great one. And as always, you should know my tagline by now. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires.
Fleslet on the beat.